this is Debbie Wood, and this is Nana's Kitchen. Actually, it's Southern Nana's Kitchen. I'm a transplant from the north, and years ago we moved to Florida and became Southerners. And I found myself even talking like the Southerners. I eat like a Southerner, I breathe like a Southerner, and I sure as heck can sound like a Southerner. And I just love Louisiana. And today I'm going to make some jambalaya bird's nest. Now I've found with jambalaya I'm a bit of a coward. Not a true Southerner, I think you'd say. But I can't eat all that spice. So when you make it yourself, you get to decide how much spice you put in it. So I'm going to deconstruct that jambalaya a little bit for you and make it fun today. First thing I'm going to start with is some bird's nests. Now these are the bird's nests. They're made of rice. I'm going to show you how we make those. You take your rice and you dump it in a bowl about 3 cups. You put in another cup of cheese, some Parmesan, a little bit of Creole spices. And then you take that and it's put into baking cups. Now when it's warm like this, you can form it into a nest. And you firmly push it in the baking cups until it makes like a nest. And you fill each one of them. And this recipe makes about 6 good-sized bird's nests of rice. And you fill them up till they're overflowing in the cups. And you put it in the oven and you bake it at 350 degrees, about 10 or 15 minutes. And they get nice and brown, a little crispy. And there's your rice and your jambalaya and the bird's nest. Now, Philly cream cheese is an important part of this for me because I can't eat all them spices in jambalaya unless there's a little bit of creaminess to put out the fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sauce that goes in my bird's nests. And with it, it's going to have Philly. Makes it creamy, puts out some of the fire. What I did first is, I already fried up in this pan, already a whole mess of sausage, Italian sausage, about a ½ pound of everything. ½ pound of chicken breast, ½ pound of sausage, ½ pound of thick bacon. And I fried it up with some onions and green peppers, made it all nice and brown, and browned it all together in the pan. And I left the drippings in the pan. And then those drippings, and they are so good in that pan. And they fry up and brown. Them drippings then are so important to add to your sauce that's going to go with this. In the sauce I'm going to put 8 ounces of tomato sauce. I like to make my own tomato sauce, cook it down, but you can use any kind of jar of tomato sauce or can of tomato sauce. Put in 8 ounces. This is about a medium tomato, just cut up, nice ripe tomato. Put it in there. Now, in this sauce, it's also important that you add a little bit of Creole seasoning. That's where I go light on it because it's got cayenne pepper in it. I make up a seasoning. I like to put it in a packet and keep it aside. My husband loves a little spicy. But I put onion in it. I put garlic powder in it, salt in it, and cayenne pepper. And there's a little bit of that. You put a little bit of that in your sauce. Woo, not too much for me. A little bit extra salt for flavoring. And you stir that with those drippings. Now them drippings are all in there and they're cooking up nice and hot. And it's sizzling because I left a nice hot pan going. And as them tomatoes start to cook down into that tomato sauce and they get that seasoning in there, you get all the drippings off the pan and the bacon taste starts to mix in. That's when you get out your Philly. Now, Philly is a godsend for me because it puts out some of that cayenne fire. It tastes good, but it makes it more, for us wussies, makes it more palatable. And it makes a nice creamy sauce. So I put in about 4 ounces of Philly cream cheese into that sauce. And it makes it nice and creamy, makes it nice and soft and smooth. It quickly melts down if you use already softened cream cheese. Get it all nice and mixed in there and heat it up. Oh, it smells so good. I just wish I could somehow get that bacon and that sausage grease and that chicken in there with the tomatoes cooking down and that sauce and that little bit of pepper. The smell is just incredible. This kitchen all smells so good. My kids come in and they go, Mom, what you cooking? And then the babies come in, Nana, what's cooking? Because the smell is incredible. So after your sauce starts to cook down, then you want to cook it for about, just stir it until it's all melted together nice, about 5 minutes. And there we have it. That sauce is cooked down into a nice creamy tomato-based sauce. It's just heavenly. Now I'm going to put into this sauce my meat that I already browned. Put it back into the sauce and cover it together a little bit. It's already still warm from when I just cooked it. And by now your bird's nest should be done in the oven. You could take them out and serve it up. Put your little bird's nest on there. Start with a little bit of sauce on the plate. And your bird's nest in the middle. You want to get a little bit of everything into that bird's nest. A little bit of sausage, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of tomato, a little bit of green pepper. Let it just kind of spill out over the side. And this recipe will do up 6 of these bird's nests. Now, the crowning touch on this, I have over here some hot shrimp. Now, these are heated up in the microwave. I parboiled them ahead of time. I cooked them ahead of time, and I peeled them and deveined them. You can already buy already cooked shrimp. Or get yourself some small ones, some medium-sized little shrimp. Heat them up. Make sure they're nice and hot. And these are nice and hot. And set them little shrimp on top. Like so. Just a little bit more seasoning on top, a little bit of parsley, and there you have it. That's my Creole Jambalaya rice nest. It is a bird's nest. I made out of rice, and it's all hot and melt together, and you make it just as spicy as you like. And Southern Nana makes it just as spicy as you want. And Philly puts out some of the fire. Philly makes me a better Southern Nana and a real woman of Philadelphia.